The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy B Todd, and y'all already know what time it is, man. It's Podtalk. I'm here with Miles on the ones and twos.
Yes.
We about to have another great show, man. And before we get started, Miles, what's been going on, dog?
Hello. That's not my microphone. Hello.
There we go.
So what's been going on? Really, to tell the truth, is that we didn't. This is our third podcast for today.
yeah, real talk.
Congratulations on your podcast, man. It was really dope.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
J. Cole need to check this one out because we gave him probably more props than anybody else in the whole world today. Not the whole world, but at least this part of Michigan.
Yeah, I agree. Because I don't hear too many people talking about J. Cole from Michigan.
Not at all.
Let alone Detroit.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm with you on that. Definitely with you, and you're right, man. So, what have you been listening to lately as far as podcasts?
Gospel and Jay-Z. Oh, as far as podcasts.
Yeah, podcasts.
I'm not gonna lie. I guess I'm a fan of idiot culture, right? Shout out to Joe Buttons. I was just watching a lot of Joe. I've been watching a lot of Joe Buttons, bro.
Okay. Same.
And I think it's because the person who introduced me to Joe Buttons is Q. I'm not a fan of Joe Buttons rapping. All I know, he got one record.
No, he got more than one record.
Pump it up. That's only the biggest one.
That's the biggest one, but it ain't the best one.
It ain't. No, it's definitely not the best one.
Yeah.
You can know when to get down. And only if I would never seen You Got Served, I probably would never listen to that record.
I wouldn't listen to it regardless. I hated that song.
Who did that? Who produced that? Was that Just Blaze? Just Blaze. It was Just Blaze.
Yeah.
Just Blaze said, man, I can't even get this to Jay. So I think that's how that.
And then Jay ended up rapping over it anyway.
Did he?
Yeah.
On what song?
And smoked his boots too. He rapped over
on the remix.
Yeah. He did some freestyle over Pump It Up. I got you.
Send it to me.
I got you, bro. Man, I can't believe you ain't hear that. He went crazy.
Man, so everybody know Jay-Z is one of my favorite artists. However, he don't sound good on every time he get on the B side or anything.
Nah, on this he did.
Yeah, but he did a whole concert called B-Sides.
Yeah, I remember.
And I used to watch it almost every single day because when he brought out to see the face of Benny Siegel smile because he was happy.
Yeah,
that's what probably.
And that happened after the beef.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
I mean, they slapped and hugged about 4 or 5 times, and they're probably like, "Man, I'm glad you're here." And it was dope because when you start to hear Benny talk about what the situation is now. It was way different what he was saying in the beginning.
Yeah, because he was in his feelings. Yeah, that's one thing. Beans was in his feelings.
I guess I was in my feelings.
Yeah, he was in his feelings, and then on top of that, Jay-Z said it best on what was it, Breakfast Club? His last Breakfast Club interview. He said, "When you hear people say something wrong, like something bad about me, it's normally about something that I didn't do for them.
Yeah,
it's not me doing them wrong."
And it sounded like it was the truth to me.
Exactly.
I remember he said, "Man, you can't drive 2 Rolls Royces at the same time."
No.
and it's Shout out to Jay on Blueprint 3.
Yeah,
it's when he went ham about that.
Yeah,
and it was so long ago.
Blueprint 3 was slept on. I think that was a great album. It wasn't better than the first one, but it was good.
It wasn't better than the first one. It was better than both of the second ones.
Yes, I give you that.
But my whole thing about what he did. He showed people that you don't have to remix or redo or do a redo over of who you are, but you definitely have to understand who you can reach and who you cannot.
Yeah.
And who you're trying to reach and who you don't want to reach.
Mm-hmm.
I think he never, after he left, when he got into Blueprint, the first one, he realized he don't never want to go back to that street culture.
Yeah.
Because people are like, he was still in street culture. He was telling you what can happen. and what would happen if you do this.
Yeah.
But how he would protect him and his family. So he didn't really go into I'm selling packs and all that. He didn't do that.
Right.
He even did a verse. He said something about, well, in the projects, why would I do that? Like, why would I still be in the projects?
I didn't do all this work and change to stay the same. Like,
Right.
that don't make any sense.
Right.
Who wanna become a billionaire and go back to the hood?
First of all, to have a plan to be a billionaire is important.
Exactly.
And then when you drop a couple of things or people who didn't see your vision and kept the 13 that did, you gonna win.
Yeah.
This is a problem when people. I never followed an example who was not my culture because it doesn't make sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was the same for that white boy that did something, and it won't be the same for me. I could read whatever he tell me to read. You could. Perfect example. I started Detroit Entrepreneurs of Detroit magazine. I started 3 weeks before I met the Minister Dawood Muhammad. I told him I have plans to make a magazine. He said, "What do you read?" I said, "I only read really black books." He said, "You got to go further than that. You have to know what the enemy thinks of you.
Absolutely.
You have to know what the enemy wants to do to you."
I agree.
So when you see white boys make movies, make books, don't read it because you think it's going to apply to you.
Nah.
Just know what they do to apply what they get. So I learned my lesson. And when you hear somebody like all these different people who do these conferences and like, yeah, get rich too. You can't walk in their doors.
Do you believe books like 48 Laws of Power they pertain to us?
It doesn't. However, it does when you know what to look out for, how somebody's going to treat you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But most people, when they read, they don't apply it, what can happen to them. They're reading it to apply what's in the book.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And I think that's where people get it wrong. Books like Purple Cow, yes, because it never showed face. It always showed what you can do or what you have.
Got you.
You feel me? The example was if you're riding down out of town to go visit grandma through the green pastures of Kentucky, and then you see all different cows, black, white cows, brown, white cows, cool. But what would happen if you see a purple one?
Right.
You would turn around, take a picture of it, because you just witnessed something that's remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Some of the greatest scenes that happens in movies, when it was a death scene or a birth scene, it was something that you was witnessing that was remarkable. And those are the most memorable parts that gets down to the key of the plot of the story.
Yeah.
So these are the things that as I go by and I live by and I look at, I say Purple Cow sticks. Because it gave examples of people who you don't know what nationality they are. He gave examples like I did not know Domino's was from Detroit.
Really?
I had no idea.
Okay.
But majority of all national chains that deal with pizza come from Detroit.
I mean, yeah. Or arguably, we got the best pizza.
Well, arguably, but no. New York pizza is way better than Detroit pizza for me.
I don't know, man. I had New York pizza. It was good.
Where you having it though?
I can't even remember.
If it wasn't in New York, that's what I'm trying to say. If it wasn't in New York, you never had New York
like New
pizza.
York. No, I was in New York City. I just can't remember.
Oh, but you did.
I can't remember. Yeah, I had the pizza. I just can't remember what the hell. Yeah, the one you gotta fold up. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I've had that pizza. It just, I don't know.
It's greasy to you, right?
Very.
Yeah. So again, I grew up off New York pizza in Philadelphia. People don't understand Philadelphia mimics New York.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So
ain't nothing but baby New York.
That's all it is, right? So it just
look like Highland Park though.
No, it don't.
Philly look like Highland Park. Certain parts.
Not the downtown.
Yeah, not the downtown area. No.
But I agree. The west side of Philly, the north, some of the north. But I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But as far as the makeup of the downtown area where the original bricks and stuff is, it's New York.
Yeah.
Right. So if the founding fathers of America, crazy as it is, wasn't in New York, it's in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So we got to think about that.
Yeah, but they ain't got no. They ain't got no pizza populists.
No, and that's from Chicago, right?
That's I don't know, man.
But
That's great. That's killing New York pizza.
The two Detroit chains I'm talking about is Domino's and Little Caesars.
Yeah, Domino's. Now that's killing Little Caesars.
Nah, not franchise, not far as money.
No,
and
I'm talking
bill.
about the food.
Yes,
Food is
totally
killing
agree.
Little Caesars.
Totally agree. Because people, quiet as a cat, most people don't know that Little Caesars was sued for not serving real cheese. That's why a while ago, roughly about beginning of 2000, they started saying 100% real cheese on their boxes. Mm-hmm. So people got to think about that. Well, here we go. Welcome to Podtalk, ladies and gentlemen. I am Miles Dixon, and my homeboy, the one and only B. Todd, is in the building.
Yes, sir.
So what we talking? Ooh, excuse me. Shit.
all right?
Sorry about that. We just ate. You know that. Don't do that.
I ain't do nothing.
You got some news for us today?
Man, so Corey Holcomb went on the tyrant before with Anton, and it continued. And for some reason, he just went down a list of people that he don't like, kept going, and Joe Budden was mentioned, but he didn't mention Joe Budden by name. He called him something weird, Fruity Button or something like that. Yeah. So then Joe Budden.
Oh, he went ham.
He went crazy on Corey Holcomb, dog, calling him a bum, dusty, washed, all kind of stuff, man. And it was just funny because it all just flowed out just so natural.
Like he been wanting to say it.
Like he been wanting to say it, and he wasn't. The funniest part to me is that he wasn't mad.
No, he was basically talking just like this. He's like, listen, man, you're a bum, And I was sitting there like, he meant to say that.
Yeah.
He said it with inflection.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was kind of deep.
Yeah, it was funny. I mean, obviously, I don't like seeing black men go at each other like that. I don't like it, but I guess for the entertainment purpose, it is kind of funny depending on who looking at it.
Very
you know
true.
what I'm saying? So I get it. You keep my name in your mouth, you gonna get some numbers. Your numbers gonna go up. Same for me because you stay on the algorithm for something negative.
Now it's dope if Joe Budden said, "Hey man, let me try to bring you some money. Let me get you up. You gonna help get me up as well. Let me say something about you. Let's give the people what they want, like boxers used to do."
Thank you. Yeah.
I think again, if people take the experiences and the examples of life, everything will change. Because I think wrestling, as we know it now, is with people who they had the skill set but not the mindset, and was able to have people guide them through on faking.
Got you. Yeah,
Okay,
you right.
So in life, I tell people this all the time. What we declare as engineering here, the typical podcast group of people won't look at it as being podcasting because we're using iPads and iPhones.
Right.
So they be like, y'all don't got the Canon ZX 2030, and I be like, no, I got this iPhone.
Right.
Well, man, you see how your stuff is not in 4K. Nobody look at nothing in 4K.
Most of the time, people are not even looking; they listening.
And most of the time, people don't even know what's 4K or not.
True.
Unless they have something that's comparable to it.
Yeah.
You feel me? So 4K, in case people don't know, try to use 4K and you got a 1 terabyte phone and watch how much film you really get.
Yeah. Phone gonna probably blow up.
It might blow up or just conk out.
Yeah.
Because I learned that 4K footage takes up 495 megs per second.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
So people got to get the understanding of what they're working with. And the same thing with Corey Holcomb. He need to start understanding if you did something in the past, you better bury it in your backyard and nobody has it.
Yeah.
Because they brought up that video of him
punching that one. Yeah.
Man.
He punched that lady straight up.
Yeah. And so, but her boyfriend was right there. Her boyfriend was a security guard that was standing right next to her.
And he did nothing.
He did something. He launched at him like back up, but he ain't go for the.
Got you. Yeah, who knew that was the thing, man? I ain't even know that.
Yeah, so we gotta really, man. Listen, all I tell people is, we live in a day and an age where technology is not our best friend.
Nah, definitely not.
And so, yeah. Any other news?
That was it, from what I can remember.
Okay. Well, let's get right into the topic. What's the topic of the day, Todd?
Cross. What is it? What was your point?
Our producer would be so mad.
No. I know what it is. It just it
Cross collaboration.
There we go. No. It was cross promotion.
Cross promotion.
Yes.
Same thing to me.
Yeah.
Collaboration.
Yeah. So it was cross promotion.
Yeah, cross promotion. I think it's a great thing if people start doing it. I think it's the smartest thing. Me and you was having while we was having lunch, we made we actually tapped on it on how people get into different markets.
Right.
And that's cross promotion. People don't understand cross promotion is so important, and it's so important to where it can be done with ease.
Yeah, I mean, all it takes is some communication first.
Yeah.
And then you either jump on somebody else's platform, you had them come on your platform, and then y'all just have y'all conversation like that.
I think one of the best things we can have is go to different conferences and network with different people.
Yeah.
To see how we can collaborate or do cross promotions. Cross promotions is good. That's why I asked you about your merch. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I know you more fashionable than I am in the sense of looking good because you got parents teacher conference meetings and stuff.
that ain't got nothing to do with it. That ain't got nothing to do with the way I dress.
But I don't wear nothing that's not mine or independent.
Right.
And I decided to do that to show the people if you want to buy a podcasting shirt or a sweatshirt, that's help supporting a business that you mess with.
Exactly.
And I'd rather wear a Talks with Todd shirt though I asked you one ever since I met you. I ain't get one yet.
You will.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Don't worry, I won't put you on Front Street, but I just
cool.
I was just letting everybody know.
Right.
Okay.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Your t-shirt or your hoodie is coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And shout out to Ty. He was one of the first persons to wear the Rise and Grind Morning Show signature shirts right now. Our color is yellow and black, so they'll be mad. You know what I mean? And we're gonna come up with a night called the Rise and Grind After Hour.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be dope where people get to have conversations with real people, real talk. Hopefully, we don't need security.
Depending on who's in the room,
right?
We might,
okay.
but yeah.
Yeah. So, we just know. Sorry, dog face. No. You my guy, but man.
Right.
Man. Dogface, my guy. He's so
Dogface
dope.
funny though.
He funny as
He
hell.
real though.
He real as hell.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you bitch ass nigga. Shout out to Dogface, y'all. So one thing, what have been one of the best cross promotions that you have done?
I want to say when I went on Raw but Real.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time, I think I went on there twice, but the first time I went on there was really dope because it started off with just me being in the comments, stuff of that, you know what I'm saying, stuff of that nature, and then I want to say G Baby was like she was kind of already doing her homework on what I was talking about on my platform.
Right.
So she was already kind of up on game about what happened in my past and everything like that. So by the time I came on the show, it was almost like we already knew each other.
That's dope.
Because that was my first time meeting them in person.
Right, that's dope.
So
also, have you been on any other podcasts that's non-podcasting?
That's non-podcast. Oh yeah. Shout out to my guys, man. They have a group called Black Podcasters or something like that.
Associates.
Yeah. Okay. And they invited me on their show before, and it was actually me and Jim Animal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
So yeah, it was really dope. It was a good show. It was dope. It was with Emmanuel and his brother. So yeah.
So do you feel that by y'all doing that, did you gain any new followers, whether on your social media or your YouTube?
I believe it was on my YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely on my YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you're doing cross promotion with people, is it good to leave them with something or present them something in the beginning of your platform?
I think it's good to leave them with something. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And it don't
in
necessarily.
In the beginning, say, "Hey, I want to give you this." When I say that, like drink champs, so they want to.
I would rather do that towards the end.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, when I start doing stuff like that, I would like to do it for the end.
So 9 times out of 10, that's how you want somebody to present it to you too towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's safe to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Definitely, because in the beginning of a pod, I like to just get right. I'm not get right to the actual topic, but I like to get right to going ahead to just talk about something and then get into the topic, and then towards the end, okay, boom, this is about to be our goodbye. The show about to end. If you want to go out and kick it, we could do that too. But that's how I would like to do it.
Okay, see, like one of our producers or Tam or somebody that's coming in, it looked like our producers is here, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only.
What up, though, Cal?
What's happening, Todd?
Nothing much, bro.
Nerd.
You good, bro?
Oh yeah, Doc. We got Doc Chill Boom City in the building too.
What's up?
That's what's up.
Y'all gotta understand. Boom City was hot. People don't even understand it. Boom City was. They don't know. That was one of the collaborations. So when I did my album, this is 2007. I did my album. My artist was complaining about he's getting old, right? And at the time I was 35. He's 25. He's thinking he's getting old because what he hear in the streets. And I'm saying to myself, I mean, he was 23. He said, man, because everybody had this concession that you had to be, you had to be. I gotta talk like this to make it look like we talking shit. Like Todd, you listen, to make it look like they okay, like they're gonna be young forever.
Right.
And then I said, bro, I could outdo y'all, man. Y'all 12 years younger than me, man. Y'all waiting for the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Y'all take y'all year and a half to do an album because you heard it took somebody else that. I said, this is all propaganda for record labels to get money. He said, no, that's how it has to be. I did my whole album in 1 week.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Dope.
I did my whole album in 1 week, and I had the flu going into the last 2 days. And I did it. When I did it, he said, man, when he heard it, he was like, you ain't do that in a week. I said, when did I start? He said, Sunday. I said, what's the day?
Right.
Sunday, a week.
Yeah.
All things is possible when you believe in yourself. Quit letting people give you the narrative on what it should be.
Yeah.
Except for how it truly is. And most people just give you what they've been through and not the facts.
That's real.
That's all I'm saying.
How have you grown your platform through cross promotion?
Getting different people from different places of the city.
Okay.
You feel me? Getting different women who deal with different parts of their life. I took the child. Go get my book. Hold on, what is he doing? He nasty. What you doing, Cal? I heard something. Okay.
Oh.
That would sound nasty. Anyway, if you can get a chance, go to Amazon.com and pick up the Book of Carter, the Business Bible. It's a book that I wrote. It was influenced by Jay-Z, where I took the lines that he said and showed you where the business gems were. And I put in the examples of how I lived my life and what I've been through. So when Jay-Z said, all I need is the love of my crew, the whole industry could hate me. I thug my way through. That's how I feel. Yeah. I don't need nobody else that's not inside.
Right.
It don't make no sense. And when he told on 444, he said, he said it and nobody listened to him. Super Bowl goes. Hold on, I'm gonna take it back. Super Bowl goes. Wifey in the crib, feeding the kids liquid gold. We're in a whole different mode. He was talking about focusing. He was talking about discipline. And people didn't catch that because they were so caught up on who they think he is or thought he was and who he married to. The truth is the man been spitting game. He said, Hov did that. So hopefully you don't have to go through that. I was a sacrifice. I was that sacrificial lamb. I just made it off of the slab.
Yeah.
So people got to think about what they be saying. And when Jay-Z was saying, I took it to heart.
I get it.
So when he did things with who is that? We just said it. Underground Gangsters. What's their name?
UGK?
UGK.
Yeah.
Pimp
Underground
C.
Kings.
He picked not the best, but he picked the most influential group, not because of their fame, because of what they wasn't afraid to do.
Yeah, right. And then on top of that,
he could have went to Atlanta. He could have got Outkast.
He could have, but I think UGK had more notoriety. UGK had the streets over Outkast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because in Atlanta, like I tell people, everybody in Atlanta there was nobody that was made in Atlanta. That was from Atlanta by a big machine. You feel me?
Yeah.
They all got it out the mud in the sense.
Yeah.
It took time to build Atlanta. Atlanta wasn't the place we think it is now.
Well, Atlanta wouldn't be nothing without Detroit anyway.
That's very true. I know he hate to hear that.
Hey, Doc, didn't Atlanta catch momentum after the Olympics?
That's the only reason why Atlanta caught a momentum was the Olympics. But the main reason why they called it music notoriety was because of MC Breed. MC Breed was because Ichiban Records had the #1 independent records in the whole world. Mm-hmm. Ichiban Records was based in Atlanta. They wound up getting a Flint record label and a Detroit record label. The Detroit record label was Green Eyes Records, which was Detroit's Most Wanted, Smiley. Mm-hmm. And then you had Breed. Breed was the only reason why Too Short said he knew about Atlanta was because of MC Breed. Tupac said the only reason I even went to Atlanta was because of MC Breed. MC Breed was one of the first independent artists around this country that made noise out of a little small city called Flint.
Yep.
And everybody thought he was from Detroit because Detroit gave him so much support.
Yeah.
Because the only known DJs to spin the record was from Detroit.
Exactly.
So,
if you've never been to Detroit, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna know what Flint is.
Never.
So yeah.
In dear life.
Yeah.
So Flint was known for drugs. Detroit was too, but Flint was known for Detroit guys going down to Flint to sell drugs. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So we just got to understand Detroit has been the mecca in the center of music since the beginning of time when people selling records. Then it was Philly. Philly had the Philadelphia Internationals. You never really heard of a record label from Atlanta. That's crazy. So,
yo, that's nuts. You right.
You never.
Q in there.
What up, though, Q?
What about So Def?
No, I mean they was from again. Look at the roots. One of their first records was "Shorty Freaking My Way."
Yeah.
Detroit. So I'm just telling you, it's a lot that goes on, and it's not to brag on that part. The part you got to say, Detroit is the music mecca. That's why everyone who you can name from any marketplace, they wanted to be like who? Berry Gordy. They always say this is the new Motown.
Yeah.
Motown.
Everybody has to have an understanding on knowing the business portion and not what they see right there.
Yeah. What up, Q?
What up, though?
What up,
much,
though,
bro.
Q?
What up, Q?
And I'm in the building talking about Too Short. I heard Too Short when I came in.
Yeah.
No, I was telling how Too Short said the only reason why he even went to Atlanta was because of MC Breed.
Yeah.
Word.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? And you got to remember, who was Tupac's favorite rap artist as far as female?
I don't know.
Boss.
Really? I didn't know that.
He said it. Listen,
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
I was in New York when they was about to record. Boss and Tupac was about to do a record. And you talking about somebody who was geeked. I'm sitting up there like, man, I even wrote a couple of lines on this one.
Yeah. Tone said over New York, like as far as the Mecca.
Yeah. I mean, what you mean?
Remember you said Detroit is the Mecca of music.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Tone said over New York.
Yeah, over New York, yeah. Tone, I mean, yeah, you definitely
New York
over
is
New
the,
York.
New York, the mecca of rap.
Yeah.
New York is the mecca of hip hop. Motown is the mecca of music. You have the museums that's being built in other cities. Oh, and don't get Memphis twisted. Memphis was the capital, so it was like Motown, Philadelphia International, and then it was Shack Records or where Isaac Hayes and them was at.
Okay.
So the South had a lot to do with music, but they didn't have a lot to do with the music business.
Got you.
And yes, over rap music, you have to realize that. Hi, gentlemen. For topic for tonight is topic of tonight is
Growing your podcast through cross promoting.
cross promotion. That's what we got down here. I'm trying
Look, I know what we're talking about.
Don't
I
be
thought we
trying,
had switched this.
Tan, don't be trying to check us if you ain't on.
Oh, that's what you was responding to? I'm like, I don't see nothing in the comments.
Yeah.
What up, Tam?
So
I
Tom,
can't see the comments, but I'm gonna speak.
No, was it a comment?
yeah.
Oh,
Hi, gentlemen. Topic for tonight.
Yeah, I didn't even see nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
We ain't thinking about Tan right now. She ain't on. No, I'm just joking. Tan, come on, bring your big head cell phone. So
I thought you were about to say something else, bro.
I was about to, but that would be disrespectful because she not here.
But would it be disrespectful if it's
Only
true?
because she's not here.
So I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to people who you and some people are so. Let me put it like this: I've seen people who didn't recognize or don't recognize the importance of cross promotion.
Yeah.
because they could think it's all about them.
Exactly. They in their own way or their ego.
Right.
Yeah.
One person on this line right now who I realize who understand about cross promotion is the one on Q Lewis. Q do stuff not with everybody, but he do stuff with people he see is a good fit.
But Q also got a good cheat code too, because
he does.
Q he produced people's shows too.
Like we talking about that with J. Cole today.
Yeah.
Being a producer in this game is so important. That's why One Step Closer is gonna kill y'all this year. Anyway.
No, but that is true though. Being a producer allows you easier collaboration with people. So because like if you already doing a show, then it's easy to cross promote. But I think something you said earlier too is important. That cross promotion is great, but you do have to, you have to be sure about the partnerships you make. Like they got to make sense.
Yeah, it has to make.
Because unfortunately, you got some people that it ain't worth it. I just say it like that. It ain't worth it.
I mean, no, you're not saying it right. You can Marvin Sapp them. They never would have made it.
Hey, I literally just heard that song today too.
I bet you did. The funny part, Cal's still trying to give his black ass some light. That's funny. You cut on the hallway light. Cut on the hallway light.
Go ahead and tell the world I forgot to cut the light on. Go ahead.
No,
I got in front of my light this time. So
you was brighter than dark.
I'm usually just like that.
Yeah, you be like, oh, Luke, I'm your father. So it's crazy. So the collaboration of cross promoting and podcasting, I feel is important because a lot of times people don't understand certain dialogues.
Yeah,
the dialogues and how Tam got to meet Dennis, or how Q got to talk to what's his name, the Black Spirits dude. He'd kill me. Lazar. I mean, to tell the story of how people was introduced to each other can make or break their next deal.
Yeah,
no, for sure.
That's true.
Sure.
Yeah,
and having those relationships too, like it's cross promotion, but it really stems from relationship building though. Like that's really a thing. Like I've been in plenty of rooms, and Miles, I know you've been in these types of situations where like you've dealt with enough people that when somebody approaches somebody in your circle, they make a move based upon your experience.
Very true.
See, people don't understand that type of relationship. That in real life, and I'm not saying this to be braggadocious or nothing, but in real life, I can cancel out a lot of niggas shit. Like because like if somebody come to me and like it don't sit right with me, and they ask me about a certain person, I can shut your whole shit down by just saying like I'm gonna say no to that, and then they go say no to that too. Like people gotta understand that relationships is real, bro.
Yeah,
hey,
absolutely.
Look, Q, me too.
I know you know. I know you know. I know you know.
Hey, don't play with the team. Do y'all hear that?
Yeah. Don't play with the team.
Basically, it's saying that without saying that.
And at the time, again, it's still about resources and relationships, right? I'm the type of person I could build a studio quick at $800 and had that boy banging.
Yeah.
You spend $20,000 and you still sit up here wondering how can you hook everything up.
Yeah, that's wild.
I done seen it.
Another good thing that comes with cross promotion is learning from other podcasts. You might learn something from how somebody else run their show, and a lot of people sleep on that. You know, like I've learned some stuff from Rhea. Rhea learned some stuff from me. You know what I'm saying? So it works.
You have to be coachable.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it is. You definitely got to be coachable. What you say, Cal?
Right here too. Like we giving them the game every week.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Shout out to Calvin. Calvin makes sure Podtalk is mentioned in the conversation. Calvin, every time.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what he gonna do.
That's what he gonna do. He dope.
I'm down for this.
Well, damn.
No, I won't die for it. I'm sorry, Calvin.
I thought you were about to hit the claps.
I did too. That's what I thought.
No, I was look at this. Because I'm not dying for podcasting. Let's get that straight.
You
Before
not
I
dying
die,
for it?
no. What I'll do is I would definitely raise hell.
But no, here's the thing. I
know what you're
get Cal. You podcasting. Listen, hear me out.
Hold on, go ahead. I'm listening.
If you take podcasting serious, right? And you look at that as something that you need to be respected for. Would you die for your respect?
No.
Damn, for real?
The reason why, listen.
He said that for real.
right. I seen respect get a lot of people killed.
True.
Right.
I see that.
So I'd rather play bitch for the next day.
You gotta know when to hold it and when to hold it.
Well, there you go.
Okay, yeah.
I'm telling you, because I've learned, man, that because podcasting ain't gonna stop because I die.
True.
So who gonna carry it on in my name?
Whoever steal it from you?
You something like the Bible, but that's a whole different story. Anyway, welcome back to Podtalk, y'all. We are talking about, we talking about that.
Yeah.
We talk cross promotion.
This is a important question when it comes to cross promotion, right? Because we're talking about from our way going forward. But what about the cross promotion coming back to you? So my question is for everybody on here: how do you say no to that cross promotion that you know ain't good for you? Like, how do you refuse that?
I don't know. Tam should be able to answer that because I ain't been on her show yet.
Oh, Q, that's Q. Honestly,
I ain't been on nobody's stuff, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
Q is Cal. I can't let you lie like that.
Yeah, I can't let you lie.
You was on Respectfully Speaking at least twice.
And you just
Oh no, not respectfully, not rising grind. Everything
Okay.
else I ain't doing.
I got you.
Okay.
But
But you're part of the same team.
But Q, to answer that, I would just say, listen, I don't believe I'm gonna fit well for your show because of the content you produce. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some people talk about stuff that's not for you. You know what I mean? Right. And if you know that that's the angle they about to take, you can respectfully decline it. And that's how I would do it. You know, it be somebody invited me on their podcast and they was talking about some other stuff. Like, women related, but being disrespectful towards women. I can't disrespect women, and I got a whole wife. So I'm not going to go on your show and join the circus.
I got an answer for that.
What's up?
Hey, Q, ask me the same thing because I got to get my. Go ahead.
All right, bet. So when somebody's looking to cross promote with you, and you know it's not a good fit, how do you tell them no, or how do you deny that cross promotion?
No, thank you. No, I would actually, I would take the Jay-Z route. I would accept the challenge. I don't know if you ever remember, he did not even do interviews.
Yeah,
because he realized he wasn't everybody's cup of tea. But to me, when he married Beyonce, he understood he always gonna have to defend his family.
Absolutely.
So when you are challenged with a family issue, you don't deny it, you attack it. And you attacking it in the best mannerable way you know how. In the best mannerable, you know, if that was opposing bashing women, I would have came on there like, I don't know if y'all understand what it means to be married. But how I treat my wife would not be like how you treat your hoes. You understand what I'm saying?
See, then when I got asked, I knew I wasn't going to be mature enough to deal with that conversation with them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, that was the real problem. Like, it wasn't just me. Right. It was a mixture. Because I'm like, if they started bashing women stuff, I was going to go on attack mode. You know what I'm saying? I got daughters too. So,
but see, those are the things.
Like, you think your wife won't go? Like, I'm supposed to say my wife gonna go.
No, how about this?
Yeah.
No, or I mean, I'm watching Jay-Z. If you ever watch some interviews with Jay-Z as he matured, right?
Yeah.
All two of them.
I mean, if you ever seen him with David Letterman, when he's like, so you married to Beyonce? He was like, sure.
Yeah.
Like, let's cut the BS. You already know.
Right.
So it made David Letterman change his whole thing.
Yeah.
And then he would be able to, he tapped into that. So majority of people whose podcasters are not journalists.
There you go, yeah.
So they don't know how
majority
is not journalists. and the fact that when you got an ignorant topic and subject, when you're a man and you know how to handle it, you go to it and show them like, okay, he's serious. And then the first thing you say, well, how would you feel if your mother married a man like you? So I mean, just certain things that your characteristics gonna bring out them to.
See, now I can do it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
sure you can.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, it was a no.
At the beginning, no, it was definitely not.
But guess
Because
what?
I was still. I'm not gonna say I was still finding my voice, but I was too raw in the beginning.
And this is not towards Tam, but this is the reason why I don't get invited onto other people's podcasts, because I'm not.
How you gonna lead with that though?
No, because I don't want her to think that it's attacking her what I'm about to say.
Got you.
The fact that certain people want you to follow along, I'm not a follower.
Right.
You feel me? When it comes to me and the stable that I belong to, we got a name that we got to uphold. You know, you got some people say I'm from podcasting before they say their name. So I find that as an honor. There's some people that would do it. But I also have to understand that you have to train your team to be able to defend themselves in the art of war. And sometimes you gift your enemies with a laugh, but you kill them with a smile. And people don't understand that. You feel me? So I've been in predicaments where people try to trash me. I had a friend who trashed me like, well, Miles got a Mercedes Benz. We sitting down with Mike Ilitch. Mike Ilitch, before I sit down with anybody or statue, I study who they are.
Right.
He liked the turtle pie. I ordered him turtle pie. My boy was like, well, man, why you knew to order him? I said, because while you was making jokes about me having a Mercedes Benz and I knew where to get a Benz fixed at, and he said, oh, thank you, Miles. Thank you. And the assistant wrote down the places. I got 25 thank yous before I left that table. And my friend got a pat on the back. You feel me?
Wow.
So what I've learned is you control the court. When the ball is thrown in your court, you control it. Who you pass it to is very important.
Absolutely. 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 I agree with that.
So that's why sometimes I don't mind being Q wingman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't mind because he already,
which is Lever. He is Lever my wing, man.
I have been.
I wouldn't mind being Q wing.
I have found a way to become the wingman and make Miles think he the wingman, even though he the point person at the time. He don't even realize it. That's how good I got with it.
I'm like Joe Montana and Steve Young.
He a Jedi. But no, I'm serious because Q understands, like, we went to first audio, Afros and audio. I asked Q, I said, Q, God damn it, Cal, that's you? Cal, you don't want, okay, that's it, cool. So I'm messing with you. So we went to the first Afros and audio. I asked Q, how in the hell we're the only people who are podcasting?
Right.
Q said, shit, I don't know. And he looked at
So everybody else was just there just to watch or listen?
Man, listen. And then Q, he looked around like,
I think they were a little too afraid to take the initiative. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't offered to us. It was just mentioned like, hey, we can do this. And then they was like, oh, all right, bet. Nobody presented the idea. That's all.
So that's why the following year everybody was like, well, not everybody, but it was quite a few people podcasting. So y'all set the tone.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I mean, no, you came on the third year, right, Q?
Yeah, so maybe I did come on the third year.
You came on the third year.
Yeah, but
the third year.
I wasn't podding until we came together.
Okay, right.
Before that, I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing nothing either.
Right. So, but the thing
because it was just me. I didn't have nobody with me. So
right. See, and then we also had banners. We had our own banners. We had our own setup.
Yeah.
And people looking at us like, okay, well, what y'all do?
Well,
Shout out
of course,
to
I will tell you. Deshaun always had her.
Oh, most definitely. You talking about Anna?
So I would give her, Anna Deshaun always have.
She wasn't there.
She had her shit together everywhere.
She wasn't there when we came.
She wasn't.
No.
I don't remember. Okay,
in Philly, she wasn't there.
In Philly, okay. Whenever she pull up though,
hers be.
It's what it is.
Yeah, it's she be about that business. Matter of fact, shout out to Anna Deshaun. She's gonna be on the cover of Podtalk Women Edition. Coming in the next.
She's so dope. I'm talking about she dope. She got, and like this is, I ain't no jabs and nothing, but like she got me sharing and all into the LGBTQ because like she's so dope. It's just like damn, I can't help it. I gotta show her the love. I gotta share her shit. I gotta link up with her because like she on her shit. I love that about her.
She's dope. When I talked to her about presenting her with the opportunity to be on the cover of Pod Talk, she said yes. She did not hesitate. She thought it was an honor and a privilege to be on the cover.
That's what's up.
And with
You
that,
don't understand. It's the honor and the privilege to have her on the cover.
most definitely, and that's how I looked at it. Shout out to people who do cross promotions with integrity.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to people who do cross promotions with good intentions.
Yeah, cross promotion without clout chasing.
There you go, good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
It's definitely a good one, and I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Q when he brought me to Afros and Audio. We was in Philly. I couldn't help it. It was in Philly.
right.
Right. That's I think that's the way I drew you out. I'm like, bro, in Philly, dog. You gotta come.
And when I got there in Philly, and we set up, I said, Q, thank you, bro, because I didn't know nothing about this. And if it take people 4 or 5 times, you keep asking somebody to go, I don't think they worth it.
Oh, nah, definitely not. Definitely not.
You gotta keep asking.
If you got to keep asking, this is why I don't like asking people or teaching people about things that they're not serious about.
Yeah.
If you're serious about engineering, I tell you, look up this mixer.
Yeah.
When I looked up this, right now I'm looking up for the new one that's going to come out.
Come out this year?
I don't know, but Q, when I told him about
the Zoom joint?
Yeah, Zoom, the track 8.
Oh, they got a new track 8. I seen the track 4.
No, they don't.
They don't.
Track
Okay.
4. But they came out with the 2 and the track 4, like roughly about 2 to 3 months apart.
Okay.
But I will say this.
That track 4 is so fire, though. It's got an AI voice modulator in the joint.
In it.
Wow.
And so what I'm saying is I'm willing to take all my 8s and put them, because I don't think nobody should have podcasts in more than 6 mics, more than 5 mics. I think you should have 4. That's it.
Theoretically, I agree. Because they can get out of control.
Yelling and all that stuff.
Yeah, over talking. Yeah, it's annoying.
And you can actually set the Zoom pod tracks to actually record on the SD drive separate tracks.
Right.
Damn, that's gonna be cold.
I mean, but most people don't know what they're doing. Cause again, learning the business.
All the Zoom joints is like that.
Gotcha.
So, but the learning the business don't just talk about people talking.
Right.
People I think that's why it was so hard for podcasting to even push forward. When I first started hearing about podcasting conferences, the PodFest was $900.
Damn.
Now it was like $129. And it's not because it's bad, but people don't know how to really get the best out of it without telling the truth.
Right.
People think podcasting is just conversation or teaching somebody something. People really want to hear life experiences because the life experiences tell more than directions.
Absolutely. I agree.
And
this is the season of storytelling, dog.
And by life experience, he does not mean lie experience. There's too many of y'all lying.
Hey, run that back. Say that again.
Life experience, things that you live through, my guys, not lie experience. All right, stop telling somebody else's story or that crap you made up in your head so you get some ass.
Exactly.
Nah,
exactly.
Tell the truth.
Sometimes
the truth gets you more action. Actually,
but I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes my stories sound like lies, right, to most people.
Nah, only Fat Joe's tell stories that sound like lies.
Hey,
Not
Fat
you.
Joe's stories sound like lies. Some of it, a lot of them be true. They just sound,
it just the way he gets so animated with the way he tell it. It sound like he lying.
Exactly.
sound
Yeah.
like lies.
So, but no, what I'm saying that because there been plenty of people who thought I was lying about what I said, and then somebody come up here and say the exact same thing I said. They're like, "I thought you was lying." I said, "No, I have no reason to lie to you. Somebody got a gun in my face. I'm telling all kinds of shit that's lies." So
This is what I understood about Miles is that, and again, this ain't no shot on nobody, but I feel like when you hear Miles' stories, if they come off as unbelievable to you, that means you not in the appropriate circles. And the only reason I say that is because the shit that Miles talk about, I'm in the appropriate circles. So I done already heard that shit. It's already been corroborated.
Right.
Because I know these people too. So like that just means you in the wrong circle.
Yeah.
and sometimes people can't imagine being where I've been. If I told you
they can't imagine themselves being nowhere. That's
exactly.
Why.
I told somebody, I said I was sitting next to Russell Simmons, Jermaine Dupri, Kadar Marcinberg, and Sean Puffy Combs, Sean P, Mark Hicks. They're like, yeah, okay. Sean P come on the show. Remember we were sitting next to Puffy and Russell Simmons? And they looked at me like, I said, yeah, I do.
This is what I don't get about people. It's not hard to get, it's not difficult to get around celebrity. You could be around a celebrity by accident.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, like when I was young, like really young, I think this is why I'm never starstruck to this day. Snoop and my mom used to work at Snoop's dad.
Yeah.
And my mom used to work at the post office together. So when I was little, Snoop used to be cutting my grass before he got on.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So meeting him, meeting dads, meeting Corrupt when I'm like 12 years old.
Right.
After that, it was like, okay,
So
cool. They was cool.
But at the end of the day, they regular people anyway.
And that's exactly how I viewed it.
Yeah, you looking at it like sitting next to celebrities. What they gotta understand is you
They
were
don't know
sitting
who
next
you
to
are.
you were sitting next to your peers in the music industry.
Yeah.
If you a part of the music industry, you sit next to these motherfuckers. That should happen.
And they
like
don't
if
know
you
go
podcasted
ahead.
and niggas say they would sit next to Joe Budden, it should be believable because like nigga, this is your industry.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
And I think people like Joe Budden and the other guys need to come around people who's not up under them, but people who's aspiring to be them. I think this is why conferences were so important to me because during a particular time when I was sitting at them tables, nobody knew if I was the executive
Right.
nephew.
You know what's crazy?
Son.
You know what's crazy? Gilly and Wallow are the ones that would more than likely bring, because they got a segment on their show called the Spotlight, and they'll promote local businesses or just people that got a small business, whatever. They'll do that type of stuff. They'll more than likely do that before. But like if you do that with Joe will. Like you got to pay a little something,
Right.
and then get on there.
So Tam says sometimes it's not that people don't believe you; they probably don't care. And this is the foolish part about people who don't care.
Yeah,
I said something that could have stopped you from getting fucked over.
true.
And and for you not to care, that shows how much selflessness you have amongst yourself to even pass on what you done heard. If I hear that it's a storm coming, and I don't say nothing, and then the storm coming and your ass snowed the fuck in,
Right.
it's just because you didn't care. That's stupid.
Yeah.
So when people say things like that, I ain't saying that Tam's saying that, of course. I'm saying that, but when people think like that, that shows that 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be way behind and wondering how in the hell you got so far.
They gonna stay behind because if somebody with that attitude is not coachable.
That means they're not coachable.
Yeah,
Right, definitely.
yeah.
I have learned, it's been plenty of times, bro, to where TLC would never dance to our song on the award show. You feel me? If it wasn't their favorite song. I told people before, I have been people's favorites. Your favorite has been my, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm the favorite favorites in a sense.
Right, I got you.
I'm the favorite favorites because you don't know what influence I had on people. People didn't know what people don't know what Sheila played in the Michael Jackson songs. Like, we was talking about that this morning.
Yeah.
But here she is saying, yes, that was me. But you don't have to brag when you're good. You know what I mean? You don't have to say nothing when you're good.
Right.
But you got to scream when you're not that much. And I learned that because people think they're bigger or better or more influential than what they are simply because somebody said your name or looked at you. I said this about movies. People ain't watched that movie because it was good. They want to laugh at it.
Yeah.
But people are like, I don't care, I got paid. That's not good.
You gotta care.
Again.
Money, listen, don't get me wrong. I understand money pay the bills, money get you to places. However, when you got something attached to your name that you won't be able to live down, that's going to be a problem. Brandon T. Jackson wearing the dress for Big Mama's House 3. He won't never live that down. No, I don't care how much he does.
But here's the thing. And if we want to talk about it, let's talk about the cross promotions, right? If y'all ever remember when Dudley Moore, I don't know if y'all remember, did the movie Tootsie. He never caught flack. Never. Milton Berle was the first trans. I mean, it's the first person who dressed like a woman on national television.
Yeah.
He went down in history, Milton Berle Museum of Comedy. Cool. People who the whole stigma of a black man wearing a dress has nothing to do with their success. It has nothing to do with their failures, but it has everything on what they done afterwards.
Here's the problem, though. If you didn't already have a name like, prime example, Martin, he was already doing that.
Yeah.
Right. So he
played the women 3 times in the movie.
Thank you. So okay,
Right.
So you hear that, right?
Right.
So then you
Eddie
got
Murphy.
Then you got Brandon T. Jackson, who was really just on the come up at the time. And he was like, all right, I need to go ahead and blow up or whatever. And boom.
But he did do something bigger than Big Mama's House.
No. I know he did, but he thought that was gonna get him over.
Yeah.
He did something before that.
Oh, did he?
He was on Wildin' Out before that happened.
No, not before Big Mama's House.
Are you sure?
Wild 'N Out wasn't even
I
on.
don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
man.
I've been out for about 30 years ago. I
You
don't
see
know.
what I'm saying?
Ain't been on no 30 years.
But I do know that he was. What was that movie he was in with Bow Wow? Lottery Ticket.
Lottery. Yeah.
Lottery. Okay, that was good to me. I thought it was pretty good. But then I seen Brandon T. Jackson and other stuff.
It wasn't better than Percy Jackson. The Sorcerer movie. That
was Brandon T. Jackson's big.
Yeah, that was the biggest fan.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
other than that, I guess he thought that was going to be the move, and it wasn't because he talked about it.
Yeah.
He talked about how it was a mistake on his end doing that.
I think that was because it was presentable to say that during that time, everybody was talking about this dressing and black men stuff, right? However, Prince wore high heels, mascara, and everything, and he still was one of the biggest recording artists. It doesn't matter what you do during the present if you messed up or you hit a failure. It's what you do afterwards.
Yeah.
And everybody give credit to people that don't deserve it. Right? Martin played 4 women in his TV show.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy played 3 women in his movie.
Right, but
The problem is when Dave Chappelle, who gives all these people we just named honor, even Chris Rock dressed up as a woman. Everybody has. Because being a sissy, a gay, or a woman, man dressing up as a woman, or a fart joke, everybody get a laugh. I don't care what you look like. You know what I mean? Now you can multiply those people we named by 20 and you have white men. That's not the problem. It's the problem that somebody like me or you would scrutinize or tease somebody by playing a woman on things, and we're nowhere near as successful in the business,
right,
not money-wise, as they are. But we think because they wore a dress, they've been successful. But we ain't talking about the people who was unsuccessful that did it. Tracy Morgan, he's more successful and known for getting hit by a truck, as he said, and rich by
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like we don't follow up with ourselves.
Yeah.
But nobody us that we know right now ever tried to make a movie about a black inventor. If they don't do music or sports, we don't write about them.
Yeah.
So we got to look at the accountability on our end. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to take over. Tropical Thunder, nigga. Anyway, so,
that movie was crazy, dog. How did Robert Downey Jr. get away with blackface?
I'm gonna tell you
because the shit was funny.
It was funny.
People love it.
But I'm gonna tell you, Robert Downey Jr. was probably the most disrespectful actor in Hollywood at a particular time. Vehicular homicide, drug usage, all this.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he become Iron Man should be the question.
Yeah.
That should be the question.
He was on Charlie Sheen level of fuckery.
I was just gonna say, definitely on Charlie Sheen.
That was a third act. That was a third act in life that was crazy. When he started Iron Man and kept going like that.
Yeah, Charlie
I'm about to continue on as Dr.
Yeah.
Doom.
There you go. Yeah. And I like the fact that Terrence Howard really exposed the industry for what they did to him, as far as him playing. What's the Iron Man he was gonna play?
Iron Man sidekick.
Yeah, he was supposed to play
War Machine.
Yeah, yep.
And so with that, he told them that they called him and offered him a series almost 2 times less than they paid him for the first one.
Dang.
That's how John Cheetah wound up. I mean, Don Cheetah had got the role.
Got you. Okay.
We have to understand, man, this stuff is bigger to us. If we don't control it, we don't own it. If we don't own it, we can't control it.
Yeah.
And we that's what this podcasting thing, the reason why podcasting even separated. I remember when Q went down to podcasting, he was like, man, look, I'm gonna be the only black person there. Remember that, Q?
No, for sure.
And I said, no, you ain't.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of nerds, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of nerds.
A lot of nerds. Huh?
Do you know how much of a nerd you got to be to talk in front of a camera and a microphone by yourself?
Yeah,
No, for sure.
I'm aware.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, we just not bro. We just got to get it together.
Yeah, I agree.
We just got to get it.
I'm looking at the comments because I had totally forgot about Tropic Thunder.
About Mr. Booty Sweat.
Yeah, Mr. Booty Sweat. Dog. Yeah, that was nuts. That movie was crazy, man. Oh my God.
I just think that when people get together and do podcasts together, it's for a reason. If you're not trying to reach a bigger market, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, definitely not.
I really think if you don't want to reach a bigger market, there's no reason to do it. The only reason why the partnerships is coming about, what podcasting about to do, hopefully we'll be able to drop the news next week. But just know we're gonna be one of the first hybrids in podcasting history to do so, and we coming. We coming. I promise you. If anybody want to get on digital radio, let me know. I got 24 radio stations looking for content, and most people not even into be prepared. If you're doing video podcasting, learn to be prepared for audio podcasting. Shout out to my friends Q Lewis and Lake B, who've been telling me this for the past 3 years. Yeah, for the past 3 years.
Tam asked a question. She said, "Who are you guys excited to collab with soon?"
I would say Tam telling tales, but I gotta wait for that. Shout out to I'll be very honest. I'm really excited to work with Q. You know what I mean?
Can I say something about this episode though?
What's up?
If y'all could tell, your Andrew Wallace Champion Award recipient, super producer, been cross promoting the whole episode in the comments.
That's real.
Y'all ain't know that.
What's up?
I see.
Go subscribe to Podtalk Pod Life on YouTube, man, please.
Yeah, do that.
Aaron, you're not telling the truth, brother. I'm sorry. Oh, Aaron, I'm put your name out there. Aaron Melvin said Martin ended up going.
That's who was on. That's who was on our show earlier. That's Mel.
No, what up, Mel? He did not end up going. Actually, he had one of the longest running TV shows. You got to really think it wasn't the dresses, it was the money, it was the power, it was the influence. Everybody wanted Martin on their movies.
Yeah, they did.
So he even got himself. He in shape now. You see him lately?
Nah.
He got himself together.
Getting himself together.
He got himself together. He's walking straight. He's not doing this.
Right.
He really focused on
That's
his.
not even funny. I don't know why I laughed.
No, I did that because people don't understand it.
Cause Q, we got 6 sense of humor, bro.
We do though. 'Cause he was shaking like that though. Yeah. That's all bad.
I just look at it like people just got to be aware on their surroundings.
Yeah.
And be around people that can keep you grounded. And you should not be the anchor to all.
Yeah.
When the ship goes out, it's only one anchor. Well, 2 anchors. You feel me? So you got to learn who you want to be and who you with.
Yeah.
If somebody can keep you anchored, keep them around. Those who want to be anchored, let them go.
Definitely. I feel you. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Q, who are you looking to collab with soon?
You know what? Honestly, I feel like I'm collabing so much. Like I don't even know for real. Who I would love to have a collaboration with though. I guess maybe on both ends, on the independent level and on the mainstream level. Independently, I gotta give a shout out to my guy Julius out at the Plug Network out in Denver, who was the first person who I started having these conversations about audio with, because he does audio marketing. So we've been kind of trying to politic on some things.
Where you from?
Denver.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ain't
So
say Highland Park. He ain't say Sterling Heights.
He ain't say Lincoln Park.
He saying Lincoln Park. He said Denver.
Yeah.
So let me throw this out here again, because I didn't mention it before. We've been trying to put it together. We're trying to get all spots on board. But I've been talking to him, and obviously been talking to my people out in Baltimore, trying to put together this kind of situation like what was the name of the Dish TV or Dish
Yes.
what is Dish Nation?
This name, you
So
already know we down.
yeah, trying to do something like that for podcasts. So if y'all remember Dish Nation, used to be Ricky Smiley radio station, did a station out in Seattle and then a station somewhere else, and they'd just all be having a conversation. They'd just be switching it back and forth through the studios. Like I want to do that with podcasts, like from different regions.
Let's do it.
But that's the collaboration that I'm most looking forward to. And it's crazy because this has been a conversation for about 4 years now.
I never heard it. I never heard it.
But I do understand.
Last year. But go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. But I do understand that timing is everything, though. So we're just trying to get all the pieces in order. Outside of that, the like for a different podcast or like I'm sorry, a famous podcast, I would love to collaborate with Big Boy, right? Because Big Boy not. Because like I know the radio show is a radio show, but then he got his own separate like kind of podcast situation. He wanted like in real life. I don't have no other term to put it. He like one of the realest niggas on radio. Like, and you wouldn't know it by like listening to what he's saying, but then when you listen to the conversations and the people he connected to, like this one of the realest niggas on radio. Yeah. And I would just love to have a sit down with Dog and just even if I could just be on the production team on one of his podcasts, I would love to do that. So yeah, that's me.
That's dope. Todd, I love collaborating with you because you have interesting topics.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
And you bring your personal into your business, and that's what makes things help me think on how a husband should think. You make me look at like, should I really say this? You feel me?
It's not really. It's really how you say it, because it's a couple of times I could get questioned about something and I gotta answer it right.
So you right, like, okay, so fuck this, right? So I can say fuck that, right?
Right.
I get the difference.
Yeah, but B Todd is the epitome of growth, though.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. For real.
I swear, it is like from day one to now, it's the epitome of growth, bro. For sure.
Thank you, man. It's been a long journey for sure. Definitely.
Musical combo to over. Yeah. Thank you, Tam.
Thank you.
She said Miles and Todd have great musical combo.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's because Todd understands music when most people act like they know music of today instead of listening to either yesteryear or the past. Mm-hmm. If I say Teddy Pendergrass, he gonna be like, who?
No, I
Teddy Riley?
Right. So, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, but we appreciate that, Tam.
Thank you, Rhea. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you gotta know the history of things. Like that's just like in school. Like in school, you got music history class, you got radio and TV history classes. Like in order to move forward, you gotta know where the shit came from. So.
Absolutely.
Shout out for today. Some people from Specs Howard called today.
Word?
And they want to
word. What up, though?
So, in doing to our recent situation we got going on, we might have other places on radio that they can come.
Nice.
And don't be surprised if y'all hear about a new morning show coming on radio.
Hey, look, we need one. We need one.
Hey, look, just keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, we need a local joint for sure.
Yeah. So it's the one local one. I don't think younger people is going to respect it, and I think it's one of the best.
I got a slide, y'all.
All right,
all right, bro.
See you later.
Appreciate you.
Peace.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.
One team.
All right, one team. So I look at it like the only one radio show that's going on that's dope as hell is Mason.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, they local. That's about it. Everything else is syndicated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to him and Angie Starr. Angie Starr, cool.
Yeah, she cool. She dope. I like Mason. Mason like, hey, Miles.
Yeah, Mason cool. He cool.
What you got going on, bro?
He go pull up Saturday?
I'm gonna ask him. Come with the Pancakes podcast. I like the fact that Mason came to the master class and he told everybody how to become one of the best interviewers. And most people, Mason, unlike Mason, he probably, I don't know if he went to school for journalism or not, but most people who's not into journalism just ask questions instead of really getting down to not the meat and potatoes, but the nutrients part of a conversation. You feel me?
Yeah.
Meat and potatoes just get you full, but what's going to keep you going? You know what I mean?
That's true.
So, podcasting is not just asking questions, and it's more, and it's not even about protecting feelings or telling people what they should think. It's just telling your life experiences with the positive outlook of it. Ladies, if you, of course, we all know, sad to say, that a woman is really not safe in the house and the family full of men, right? Mm-hmm. But women need to tell the part that got them through it. So a lot of women, you may save a woman from getting murdered. I mean, suicide.
Yeah.
Men need to tell how they was getting abused and what made them get through it. Versus, I hate my daddy.
Yeah. Like you gotta go. You're gonna have to go in detail with what you went through. You know, it might help somebody, but it's only gonna help who wants to be helped. Like you could tell somebody some of the most tragic things you've been through dealing with a person, and they'll still keep going through what they going through with the person. Just a cycle of trauma.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So you gotta be able to help the people that want to be helped and walk away from the ones that don't.
Very true. Hey, y'all, don't forget at 7 o'clock, Respectfully Speaking is going to gear up so they can come on at 7:15.
Most definitely.
Representing Cam, Sunshine, B-Todd, KP,
Nicole.
and Nicole. They are in the building, and we love this conversation that we had today. I really appreciate y'all for joining Podtalk. On that note, yo, Q!
You already know what it is, man. This is the only podcast about podcasting, live from the studio audience in Southfield, with some of us in Southfield. I'm outside Southfield, but whatever, dog. Podtalk, man. You already know what it is. Shout out to the super producer who had to leave early. My man Miles on the ones and twos, bringing us to you.
Yep.
Shout out to Tam Telling Tales in the building in spirit. My man B-Ty holding it down.
You already know.
And of course, man, it's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Red Zone, baby.
We out of here, y'all.